What's going on, YouTube? So I'm in the garage today. I'll be installing a few parts for the S1000RR. These are the LED turn signals for the front. They're semi-flush. You guys will see that in a minute. And radiator and all cooler guards, spools for the rear, and a Fender Eliminator kit that has a turn signal integrated into it. You guys will see that also in a second. And shout out to modelmillion.com. They offer parts for different motorcycles, not just BMW, Aprilia, Ducati. They have it all. If you want to check their website, I'll include a link for that. You can actually use Kenmoto as a code for 5% off on your checkout, which is really good. It's not much, but anything helps, right? And so I'm probably gonna break up the video for the Fender Eliminator kit because that's a separate item altogether, but the flush mount turn signals is kind of in the mix when you're installing the radiator and all cooler guards, so that will be in one video together. Yeah, so let me just show you guys what this looks like. So it comes with instructions and a sticker, nice enough for them. And let me see here. Here's the Fender Eliminator kit. You guys will see this again. I'm just showing it to you guys for this video. You see the integrated tail signals here. Really cool. So it mounts in like this, like that. So in the back you'll see it like this. You guys will see that the final product later in another video separate from this, because we're gonna concentrate on the radiator and the LED turn signals for now. Okay, see you in a second. So my approach here would be to remove the side fairings first. The bike is mostly Torx, so make sure you have your Torx kit handy. I think there's many screws. There's about 6 screws for the belly pan here that you have to take off to access the lower portion. This one up here, not much actually for this one. And don't forget the ones inside, and be careful when you're pulling this. I'll start by removing the turn signals because I think it won't let you pull the panel off if this is still attached. This is a T30 Torx, and once you get the screw out, let's see, it just pulls out from the body. And in this lens there is a Phillips head screw, so just find your Phillips screw, take that out. Okay, set that aside, make sure to take care of it, don't break it. And this housing will just pop off, and you see your contacts down here. You just unplug them from the contacts. There you go. So you have 2 wires. Let me see if I can bring the camera closer. So you got 2 wires exposed. That is a red and blue and a brown wire. So these are not held by anything. You just pull the housing off, and the wires will pull out as well. So put the try to save that turn signal, put them all together and put them back somewhere safe. And, you know, put the screw back, leave them all intact for the next time that you need to access it again. You're not losing anything. Alright, so we're gonna start removing the panels now. We could install just the turn signal now, but we need to access it to install the radiator and all cooler guard. So we're gonna have to delay that portion, and we're gonna start removing the body now. So we're still in the process of taking it off. There's a lot of screws. There's some under the bike, so don't forget about those. Don't just yank it off. Just make sure none of the screws are still attached. But still working on it. Be back in a bit. All right, guys. I got the side panel, the first side panel off. Set that to the side. Make sure you don't scratch it. Keep in mind your screws are all different, so you don't wanna mix them up. So make sure to keep in mind where you put them. I don't have any order, but don't mind me. That's how I work. So that's how you want it to be. You want to have full access on the radiator and the oil cooler, so you can firmly attach the guards in place. So take a moment to pre-fit and see where you want to attach the zip ties at, and also for your for your own mind, just to see how it goes and things like that. So you don't just go in there and attach zip ties on and then you want to change it later. It's good to just size it up for now and measure twice, cut once, that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. You're gonna have to cut some foam backing for the back of this, so it's not hitting the radiator sides here. So the instruction says to cut them in about 10mm pieces. So I guess they would be like something like this much, and kind of strategically place them on the perimeter of the radiator guard, so around the sides here. I'll show you guys in a second once I get that done. And also the zip ties go into here, those openings there, and they go through you kind of loop them around the mounting points for the radiator. Same with the oil cooler guard. So so that's how they go in like a U, and then they kind of zip tie into the mounting brackets here. So yeah, you guys will see that in a second. Here's as well. The progress for the front. And so zip ties are done. The part that takes most time is routing the zip ties how you want them. So it'll take longer if you are very meticulous with it, or just you quickly find something you can. So that's the part that takes a lot of time. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Gonna do the oil cooler guard now. Alright, so we are done installing the guards for the radiator and the oil cooler. Oil cooler is very easy. All the attachment points are easily accessible. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to the lights. I'm gonna put the fairings back. Alright guys, so now we're gonna work on installing the turn signals, which is this one right here. It goes in this way. So I'm gonna be working on holding the fairings because I'm gonna adjust the wire slack as simultaneously as I'm installing this. So this is just an isolated issue because of the other work that I'm doing with the bike. So if you just buy this specific item, you don't have to disassemble anything here. You can work from just disconnecting the turn signals, and it's a plug and play. It's like 30 seconds. So, but since I was doing the radiator install, I had to deal with this now. So bear with me here. So as I mentioned before, if I haven't already, it's the blue and red going to the red here, and the black goes to the brown wire here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get a closer look. So let me give you guys a closer look. So those are the color of the wires from the bike. So I'm gonna use these sleeves here. I'm sure you can shrink it, but I think I'm just gonna zip tie it together. I don't know how clean I want it to be. You can also use just a electric tape if you have one laying around. There you go. And see, that's how it goes. Where's my screw? Don't be afraid of it hitting. If it looks like it's hitting the paint, it doesn't. There is a space on in between here, so there is a space, as you can see there. All right, YouTube. The fairings are back on the bike. Here's what the radiator oil cooler guard look like. Let me get some light in there. There we go. Looks very clean. Oh, you can see just the bag getting better view. It looks pretty much flush and OEM, really. It looks good. Here you go. That's what it's looking like. we'll tackle the Fender Eliminator in the next episode of this because it's late. I gotta go to work the next day. So here's the turn signals, as you can see. So whatever I was doing on this side, you just kind of have to repeat them on the other sides. It's pretty much identical. So here's the side profile of the turn signals. Let's moment of truth. Turn the bike on. Turn the hazards on. So the turn signals they have its own regulator built in. You don't have to put any resistor or anything like that. It modulates itself. It doesn't flash really fast like the run-of-the-mill turn signals that you have to put a resistor in. This one just does it all in one package. Plug and play. Super slick. Side profile for you guys. It's really bright. It's LED. You can see it on all angles, from the back to the front. It's bright. It's bright. So on the back, for the Fender Eliminator kit, you will see it's also LED. Check out the next video, and I'll see you there. Thank you for watching. Just a parting thought right here. I didn't know at first how I would feel about this design of LED turn signals. It's actually really nice. Usually flush turn signals, they're inside the cup area there, the mounting point. It's very flush. It's almost flat. It looks good. But this new design, if you look at the bike from the top, you barely see it, and from the back, you don't see it. You don't see it at all. So let's talk about flush. This is a new, like I would just say, for me, it's just a new kind of. It's a new angle in the term flush, and I like it. So if you guys are having, some kind of if you're not sure, if you've seen this before, you're not sure this is how it's gonna look. The bike is futuristic, and this light just makes it even more futuristic because of, it's just a very modern design, and it's an LED, so it's very bright. So I just want to leave you guys with that short review. It does really look good. I'm actually surprised. I'm really happy about it. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next installment of this mod series. See you guys next time.